If you want to understand how to be the highest form of intelligence for yourself and for others, the smartest people are not the highest IQ. They're not even the highest in EQ. It's actually metacognition. This is the branch of study where we are able to perceive ourselves, our own thoughts, feelings, and actions, study them, and then properly adjust so that we can become the best versions of ourselves. Metacognition is about conscious awareness. It's how we apply our consciousness to our everyday lives, how we're able to think, feel, and act in accordance with understanding ourselves to the fullest degree. You know the observer effect, how people and even animals and children will act differently when you watch and observe them? It's the exact same thing, except instead of you watching it, it's you watching yourself. So you're watching your actions, your feelings, your thoughts. And when you're able to hyperanalyze that, that's what makes you basically a higher level of consciousness above everybody else. But we see this in the most advanced forms of intellectual thought and philosophy all throughout history. Take Stoicism, for example, which is all about getting into the root of the truth of things, using information and wisdom rather than using feelings and things that are more that are just less stable in general. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not a non-feeling person. It just means that your emotions can sometimes get the better of you. Being aware of your thoughts, feelings, and actions is essentially a big root of what Stoicism actually is. And once again, it's a cycle, right? It's all about learning this thing called the dichotomy of control. There's you, and then there's the rest of the world. What do you really have control over? Well, it's things that have to do with you. It has really little to do with the rest of the world. So the people who are probably the lowest intelligence are the ones that are trying to force their own change upon the world. We obviously think of like that 1% elite billionaire class. They have such a lack of control in certain areas that they try to overcompensate and control for other people. Again, dichotomy of control is what we're talking about here. We can only control our own thoughts, actions, and feelings. When you become a master of that, that's when you become a master of your own reality. Buddha said some very similar things, like the root of suffering is attachment, basically pointing out like, hey, you can't control things that are really outside of your own means. We can't control nature. We can't control the movement of the planets. Why would we want to? We're not tasked with those things by the divine order of God. We're tasked with our own control over ourselves. Additionally, Socrates was really big into this. He developed the Socratic method, where we're no longer making assumptions about things. We're going to ask questions until we get to the truth. And this is really what pisses a lot of people off, because they actually want to build their own truths, which are just illusions. They don't actually want to create their own truths or tap into the ultimate truths either. Did you notice how all of these things are just based on cycles, like the hero's journey? This is something inherently built into us. I've got an AI tool where you can ask it tons of questions about this, and I have an online university as well.